Welcome to Massage Chair Relief Live, the podcast designed to educate, inform, discuss, and critique the relatively new massage chair industry. Join your host, Dr. Alan Weidner, to become a massage chair expert and avoid multiple pain points in your search for the perfect massage chair.
Hello, I'm Dr. Alan Weidner from Massage Chair Relief, and welcome to our massage chair industry update for Wednesday, May 27th, 2026. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you taking time to watch my video or this video on what's going on in our business and in the massage chair industry as a whole. I have to mention, as I probably mentioned this to people before, I have 6 kids. And they're all out of the house now. We're empty nesters, but we have 6 grandchildren also. But we haven't had another grandchild in 6 years. Sorry, 8 years. And we just had one. It's our second grandson. Our very first grandchild was a grandson, and he's now 20. and I'm aging myself, I know. This youngest one is a boy as well, Brooks. He's the son of my youngest daughter and her husband, and he is adorable. And this is their first child, and she's like older, 37 years old. But boy, oh boy, they didn't know what they were missing. And now that they have a child, and now that they have this child, boy, oh boy, it's changed their lives, especially my daughter's life. She just can't leave the baby alone and doesn't want to leave the house, and has no desire to go back to work. She just wants to be with her baby, and he's adorable. And I don't usually go personal on these things, but I just wanted to say that we're thrilled to have another grandbaby and our first grandson in 20 years. So anyways, enough of that business. We have some Father's Day sales will start happening. Laraco has dropped their pricing, or will be dropping their pricing for Father's Day, I'm sure. Cosia and Savago have already sent us sale prices that are now reflected on our website. And I'm sure there'll be some other things, but you can come to any of our showrooms or call any of our showrooms, and we will tell you all the Father's Day specials that we have. A lot of them cannot be advertised on the website. They are in-store specials. So if you call us or come in to see us, we can share those specials with you as well. Anyways, Father's Day, Mother's Day, Memorial Day, it's all a great time to buy chairs. The next big, it's not as big. Father's Day, Mother's Day, and Memorial Day is not as big as Black Friday and Cyber Monday time, but this is probably the second most busy time for sales from our distributors and from retailers. So anyways, good to know. And by the way, like I mentioned, not all the sales are on the website. So if you want to know all the sales that are going on, give us a call. We often get asked by people to match prices on chairs that they buy out of the state that they live in, to avoid sales tax. And I don't have an opinion one way or the other about whether someone chooses to want to pay sales tax or not. But the burden for a lot of us that have retail stores is that we have to charge sales tax. And so our online competitors will, and not just online competitors, all competitors will offer discounts or prices on chairs that do not include sales tax. And that may save them hundreds of dollars. Well, at Massage Chair Relief in our stores, we have 4 stores in the West. We have Utah, Arizona, Southern California, Northern California. We usually do price match even with the sales tax. So don't hesitate to come see us if you because you think that that you have to deal with the sales tax. We can help you with that, and we also provide a lot of extra benefit. We discuss those with you when you come to the showroom, but we include extra benefit from being a local store. One benefit that we do offer on all of our chairs, this is not just our store chairs, but any sale that we have, we include our lifetime labor warranty. Now, this is something we've been doing for over 15 years. It's advertised on our website. It's everywhere on our website. Everywhere you look, it says lifetime labor warranty. And that's something we include with all of our chair sales, even if it's a price match, even if it's one of the lower price chairs. Sometimes people on the well, I won't go into that, but we include the lifetime labor warranty on all of our chairs. We don't charge extra for that. It's free. It always has been free. And I might add that we spend anywhere from $20,000 to $30,000 a year repairing chairs that are past warranty. And by the way, our lifetime labor warranty, for those of you that aren't familiar with it, every chair company has a warranty on their chair. It's what we call a factory warranty. And it might be 1 year labor, 3 years labor, 5 years labor. We don't see often 5 years labor, but like some of the Japanese chairs, like Fuji Ryoki or Shinka, they have 5 years labor as well as 5 years parts. But we don't often see 5 years labor. But most of them are 1 year or 3. Most are 1. Some are also, the rest are for the most part 3 years labor. Well, what happens when your factory warranty expires? Well, if your labor warranty expires, that's where, when you buy a chair from us and the lifetime labor warranty kicks in, we cover the technician's costs up until you're finished with the chair. So that's why we call it a lifetime labor warranty. For the life of the time that you have the chair, we will cover any repairs, any repairs that need to be done that require a technician. And we send out the technician. And we often use the same technicians that the massage chair distributors use for their factory warranty. But sometimes you can be misled by thinking that, oh, the chairs don't break down after the warranty period is over, or one retailer said that the after 7 or 8 years of ownership, the chairs don't break down. Well, I beg to differ. We keep track of every expenditure we spend on a massage chair repair. On lifetime labor warranty. We don't keep track of all the repairs that this factory warranty covers, but our lifetime labor warranty, we need to know what we are paying so that we can see if we can remain profitable as a company. And believe me, I've been in this business 21 years. We just passed our 21-year anniversary in the beginning of May. But I have to be profitable. And of course you understand that. Everybody understands that. But we also like to give good prices to customers and provide good sales and whatnot. But I'll tell you, the lifetime labor warranty is not cheap for us, and it's quite costly. And for people to say, and we are the only, and by the way, I should mention, we're the only company in the industry, probably in the world, but definitely in the United States, who keeps track of what it costs to repair chairs after the factory warranty is expired on all the major name brands that we carry. So we know Daiwa, Osaki, Titan, Human Touch, Infinity, Luraco, the list goes on. We keep track of all the repairs that go on after the factory warranty is expired. And do not be duped into believing that the chair is, all you need is the 3-year warranty or a 5 years parts warranty. You are responsible for costs after those parts of the warranty expire. So if you have a 1 year labor, after the first year, you may still have parts. You may have parts for 2 or 3 or 5 years, but you're going to have to pay for the technician if you want it repaired in your home. And most people, because we ask people, do you want to do it yourself? I would say 99, 98, 95% at the least want us to send a technician out to do the repair. And, for some, it might be simple. People that have a really mechanical mind and aren't afraid to go into a massage chair and take it apart. And that applies to young and old. We've got old customers that were quality control specialists in their career, or engineers, and they love to dive into these things and pick them apart and replace them. But that's very few and far between. Most people, whether they're old or young, cannot be bothered by trying to repair a massage chair. And if you're anything like me, when I was a kid, I remember taking apart a lawnmower and I put it back together again, and I had all these parts that were still not in the lawnmower. And I didn't know where they went. And ever since I did that as a young man, a young teenager, I have hated taking things apart and trying to put them back together again, because invariably for me, there will be a leftover piece, a screw, a bracket, something that I neglected to take note of when I took the thing apart. And a lot of people are like me. So don't worry, we have the lifetime labor warranty. Parts warranties, we don't include extended parts warranty on all of our chairs, but we do include them on some. And when you come in the showroom, we can explain that to you. But the lifetime labor warranty is for everyone. Everyone gets it, and we pay for every technician. And you know what? Some of them are not cheap. Like for example, when we fix a Daiwa chair and we use the Daiwa technicians, that costs $450. But the prices for technicians can range from $200 up to $450. So it's expensive. So if you have a chair that breaks down 3 or 4 times in a year, you can be paying close to $1,000, if not more. But we will cover those charges. When we first had our lifetime labor warranty, this was probably up 5-6 years ago. We had a stipulation in our conditions and policy and conditions that we would give you 2 visits per year. Well, we have removed that limitation over the last 4 or 5 years. Actually, we have never actually honored that. We've always just repaired the chairs regardless. But we took it out of the policy so people weren't confused or deceived. But and I use the term deceived lightly. It used to say 2 visits per year, but and that actually did not turn out to be true, because we were covering all the visits up to, in some cases, 3 or 4 visits. But we also have a travel surcharge on people who live further than. See, what happens is the technician will charge $1 a mile for every mile outside of his 30-mile radius that he has to go travel. So if he travels, 200 miles there and back, there's going to be, I think it's 200 minus the 30 back there and back. So 200 minus $640 in travel surcharge that the customer is responsible for. That's our policy. But we now contribute $75 towards that travel surcharge. So if it's $140, we will pay $75 of that. So that leaves $65 for the travel surcharge. And people might think, oh, well, geez, that's not fair. You're not covering it all. Well, you know what? People forget that we're still covering the cost of the visit and $75 of the travel surcharge. And you would not get that anywhere else. As a matter of fact, no one else does a lifetime labor warranty. And I've been doing I've been in business for 21 plus years, but for 15 plus years, we've been doing the lifetime labor warranty, and we've been paying these bills for years. And it is expensive. It is not, we do have to make sure we are mindful of our profit margins, because if I'm losing money on most, and sometimes let me make sure you understand, we do lose money on some of these repairs. We just had a chair in Sedona, Arizona that needed to be repaired, and the cost per visit was $300 a visit, and it was $300 for the travel surcharge minus 75. Anyways, it ended up costing us more than the profit margin for that chair. So we have to be very careful that we don't do that on every chair, because it's a bad business model then, and we would go out of business. But we've been doing it forever. I'm probably, I believe I'm the longest running massage chair retailer in the industry. And when I first started, there were only 2 other online stores that really sold chairs. One was massagechair.com and massagechairs.com. But they have since been sold and repurchased by other people who now run the websites. But in terms of independently owned, singular owner, we've been doing this longer than anybody for massage chairs, strictly massage chairs. I think some furniture stores may have sold some in the past, but I don't remember any furniture stores when I started that were selling massage chairs. But now there are massage chairs that can be bought everywhere: spas, furniture stores, Bob's basement, where he runs his online store, which is how I started. It's sold by chiropractors, and they're or not always sold, but made available by chiropractors in their clinics. So now you can get, and you can get chairs everywhere, but it's the service that we service that we kind of focus on. That's what our main focus on is, not just lifetime labor warranty. There's a lot of things that we do that are very unique in our industry that we do for the service for our customers. We take care of you. As a matter of fact, we often will say you're going to be like family to us, and that may be good or bad. Family, we may be the family that you never have to deal with, or we may be the family that you're going to need all the time if the chair has recurrent problems, because we are going to fix that chair for you. You may need to get the parts, but we will provide the labor for as long as you own that chair. So, anyways, that's part of the service that we offer, that oftentimes will justify the sales tax expense. So you might think, well, I'll pay a little bit of sales tax because I know that I'm getting this, and this from the store, a local store. And of course, there's something to be said for having a local store and having someone you can go and call or go to if there's any problem, and then we can take it from there. There's a real peace of mind that comes with that, rather than just being left to hang to dry by having been given a phone number to the distributor of your chair, and you call them and you're on hold, or they don't return your call. And I'm not saying they do that on purpose, but some of them are very, very busy, and it takes a while for them to get back and respond to you and get things taken care of. And so it's kind of nice to have someone who can take care of all that for you. Anyways, enough of the self-promotion, but we do want people to understand that about our lifetime labor warranty. It is not something we charge for. We pay for it, and we continue to pay for it for as long as you own that chair. And by the way, if you ever want, well, anyway, I won't get into that, but we're a good resource for anybody that wants to know a little bit more about chair failure rates and things like that. All right. What I just will finish on is every massage chair has automatic programs, like sleep, morning, senior, women's health, whatever, different programs, midnight program. They have all these programs, nap program, and these are all pre-programmed, and you just push the button and let it go. You might want to adjust the intensity. You might want to adjust the positioning of the chair, but and the leg extension or whatnot. But those are all, for the most part, 100% pre-programmed. Well, then there's manual settings. Like, what if you want to move the chair? What if you just want the rollers to move up to your neck and massage your neck, or one spot on your neck, or just want it to work on your mid back, or just on your low back, or on your butt, or under the seat, I should say. What do you do then? Well, those are what the manual settings are for. Now, manual settings serve two purposes. Number one is you can create your own program, your own manual program. You can have the rollers go where you want them to go. You can have the intensity you want. You can position the chair wherever you want. And some chairs, you can memorize that program. Not all of them. More and more are doing that, but not all of them do that. And if you do have a memory feature, you can press the memory to save that profile, if you will. And then the next time you sit in the chair, you push it again, and it'll bring up that program that you created. That was your manually created program. But also, a manual setting will allow you to move the roller just to work on one area. Like, for example, I play a lot of hockey, and not a lot anymore. It's less and less, I'll be honest with you, as I get older. But I have a sore back, and then I often will have a sore neck right at the base of my skull. And sometimes when I wake up in the morning, I have a headache because because when you're playing hockey, you're always tense and tight, and those muscles they're kind of unforgiving at times. The older you get, the more unforgiving your muscles are. When you're young, it's like, oh, I got hit by a freight train and I feel great this morning. I'm going to go out and play football or whatever, or go sit at a desk all day. But as you get older, it's not very as forgiving, and I think everybody can that is aging can attest to that. Well, I will move the rollers just up to that spot on my neck, and you do that by going to the manual setting, and when you turn on the manual setting, and then you can move the roller wherever you want it to go. If you don't move it, it'll just go. If you don't put it to any particular position, it'll just go up and down your back. Just like a roller massage going up and down your back. You can select kneading and tapping. I forgot to mention that on your automatic programs. You can also select kneading or tapping or compression, and the chair will do that for you. And so what I do is I turn on the chair, and it starts rolling up and down, and then I select kneading and tapping. Usually the kneading is the one that helps the base of my skull. The kneading and tapping will help me in the low back. But let's say I'm working on my neck. Then I can move the rollers. There's an arrow, and you push the up arrow, and it'll move the rollers all the way up your back and up to the spot that you want. And then you stop. Now, if you don't select, manual settings will give you point, zone, or whole body selection. So as I told you, when you turn it on, it's automatically in the whole body. It'll go up and down your back. If you click point, then you can move it up to a particular point, and it'll work on that point. And I need that on my suboccipitals. My suboccipitals are the muscles that kind of hold your skull to your spine. And if you have headaches or anything like that, you get those stress headaches, those what they call cervicogenic headaches. Those are a pain in the butt, and a vast majority of the population that has headaches have those types of headaches. Even some folks that think they have migraine headaches we call it migrainous headaches. They're migraine pain, but they are due to the stress, the stress around the head and in the back of the neck. So you can do a point massage, or you can select zone, and every company might have a different name for those things, but for the most part, it's point. Point is one spot. A zone is like a 6-inch range, and then whole body does the whole back. And so I will typically go to the neck and do just a point massage on those muscles. As soon as I move the rollers up there and I stop, I make sure it's on the point setting, then it will. And by the way, you can set point as soon as you turn on the chair. It'll start going up and down your back, but you can click point, and it'll stop wherever you click point, and then you can move the rollers up to the base of your skull, and it'll still be in the point setting, and it will work on that area. But if you leave it too long, it can get annoying. So then I usually move to zone, so it'll go up and down 6 inches. Or some people do a point to like they might have pain all along their neck, so they bring the point up to the middle of the neck, and then they select zone, so it goes up and down and covers the whole length of the neck and hits all the muscles in that area. But those are manual settings, and I can't think of a chair that doesn't have that, a full feature massage chair that doesn't have that. But your chair, when you buy it, it will most likely have it. And you might want to ask about it when you're in a showroom, at a store or whatever. Definitely ask about it when you're in our showrooms. But that is something that helps people with specific areas that they want hit, that an automatic program doesn't work. Now, some automatic programs will be like neck and shoulders, or low back, or seat, or buttock, or whatever, rear end. And those programs will cover, or hips, and they will cover those areas, but sometimes they don't hit it exactly where you need it. And that's where the manual settings for point and zone really come in handy, and they're fantastic. And I love using them all. I use them regularly. So there's a little tip for you, and something to think about when you're buying a massage chair. Well, anyways, I guess that's about it for today. I hope you found the video helpful. If you did, please feel free to thumbs up, like us on our YouTube channel to help us spread the word about massage chairs. And of course, help us do that as well by sharing your videos with your friends and family through your various and sundry social media platforms. I'm Dr. Alan Weidner from Massage Chair Relief, and I'll see you in the next industry update. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Massage Chair Relief Live podcast. Subscribe to this podcast and be notified of each episode. Check out our main website at massagechairrelief.com for much more valuable information on the massage chair industry and marketplace.